Milano has been such a beautiful surprise. From the towering spires of Duomo to a deliciously carved pastry, from the colorful canals of the Navili to a hidden chapel decorated with human bones, we've gathered memories that our family will treasure forever.
Buon Milano!
If there is one image that defines this city, this is it. Il Duomo di Milano. Imagine this building took over 600 years to build. As beautiful as it is down here, the best part of the Duomo is actually hidden 100 meters above the ground, on the terrace. The view from the top is simply breathtaking. You can see all the way to the Alps. At the highest point, 108 meters high, sits the Madonnina, a 4-meter tall golden statue. By tradition, no building in Milan was allowed to be taller than her. When it comes to statues, Il Duomo holds a world record for the highest number of statues on any single building. With around 3,400 statues and gargoyles, it's basically the world's largest open-air sculpture gallery. While the square is free to explore, heading up to the terrace requires a ticket. It's best to book online in advance to secure your time slot. Entrance tickets can be purchased on the Duomo's official website. The link is in the description. The price for terrace access by stairs and church interior is €22 per adult and half price for children. The interior of the Duomo stands out for the massive stained glass windows. They were designed as a visual Bible since back in the Middle Ages, most of the people weren't able to read. Passing by the Royal Palace and the Museo del Novecento, just steps away from the Duomo, we're entering the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, arguably the oldest shopping mall in the world, or at least the oldest one in Italy. On the other side of the Galleria, there's one of the most prestigious opera houses in the world, Teatro alla Scala, and the statue of Leonardo da Vinci stands in the center of the square right in front of it. Just a few blocks away, we took a stroll on the most expansive street in Italy, Via Monte Napoleone. If you're traveling with the Gen Z, also known as teenagers, you'll find them at the Louis Vuitton coffee shop. Having a cappuccino here has become the ultimate Milanese statement on social media. But there's more to Milan than this. Castello Sforzesco is a medieval giant in the middle of the modern city, and best of all, walking through the courtyards is completely free. Leonardo da Vinci lived and worked here for years while painting the garden in a room ceiling. Michelangelo's very last sculpture is here as well. He was literally working on it just days before he died at age 88. Just behind the fortress walls lays Parco Sempione. Within a 10 minutes walk from here is the Basilica Santa Maria delle Grazie, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Close by, the Basilica di Sant'Ambrogio is a perfect example of ancient Romanesque architecture. It was initially built by Saint Ambrose, the patron saint of Milan, in the 4th century, and it was mostly rebuilt in the 11th century, but it still feels incredibly ancient. Now, how about a church that's not for the faint of heart? From the outside, it looks like any other chapel. Inside lies a room decorated entirely with human bones. In the 13th century, the local cemetery ran out of space. To solve the problem, they moved the bones into a small room. But in the 1700s, they decided to get creative, decorating the walls with thousands of skulls and bones. Mid-November 2025, when we were in Milan, the water in the Navili was dyed green by activists in protest related to the fossil fuel limits. And finally, the Porta Nova district. It is a massive urban regeneration project that transformed what used to be abandoned railway tracks into Milan's most modern neighborhood. This is Bosco Verticale, Milan's most iconic skyscraper with over 20,000 plants and trees. People actually live here, but it's far from cheap. Apartments here start in the millions, and the monthly gardening fees alone cost more than most people's rent. We flew in and out via Bergamo and took a bus from the airport to Milan Central Station, which is an impressive building, by the way. We stayed in Gambara district, where we rented 2 apartments for 2 nights for 10 people, and we paid a bit under 800 euros. Subway and supermarkets were nearby. The apartments were clean, decently equipped, pretty spacious, but underheated, especially with outside temperatures of around 7 degrees Celsius, or even less in the mornings and afternoons. But I'll let you hear it from an Italiano vero.
Quando si rientrava a casa c'era la mia stanza che era sempre fredda, si gelava, ero costretto a scappare perché comunque era fredda, dei tremori improvvisi, però con un po' di grappa e una buona polenta bollente si superava. Sinceramente neanche nell'Europa dell'Est ho avuto mai questo freddo, non so se dipenda da Milano o dall'appartamento.
Food is nothing but exquisite in Italy, and Milan is no exception. Milan is a big city, and your feet can only take you so far. That's where the city transport system comes in handy. A day pass for all means of transport within the city is less than €8 if you buy it on the subway. Online, the price is almost double. Milan is probably the cleanest city I've seen in a while. Maybe also because people found guilty of minor littering, which includes cigarette butts and tissues, face fine of up to €1,188. Across Milan, you can often find this type of pavement, while a good foot massage with the wrong shoes, it may get a bit uncomfortable. And finally, in the restrooms, it may take you a bit to discover how to flush. And that concludes our taste of Milan. We've seen quite a bit, but I'm sure we haven't seen it all. Leave a comment of the spots we missed so we can make sure to hit them next time we're in the city. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.